Hi there. Welcome to Yoga with Rachel, and also welcome to your practice for zombies. You know those days where you just feel really tired, drained, no energy? Well, this practice is for you. Let's get started.
Okay, zombies, let's begin our practice on all fours. I invite you to place a pillow or a folded blanket underneath your knees for padding. Place your wrists underneath your shoulders, and then place your knees underneath your hip points. The tops of your feet root down, spread through your fingers as well as your toes as you press away from the earth, lifting up through your heart. The top of your head reaches towards the front of your mat. As you breathe in, lift your chin slightly, drop your belly, and then reach your tailbone towards the sky. As you breathe out, slowly drop your chin towards your chest as you round through your upper, mid, and lower back body. Stretch it out just like a cat. All right, now you take it away. Close your eyes as you flow between cat and cow, moving with your breath. Bringing awareness to the breath and movement can help wake us up, so that way we are no longer feeling like a tired zombie just going through the motions. All right, let's break free from the shape and get a little playful. So I invite you to move your torso in a circle, just like a jump rope. If you want, you can find some movement in your hips, like rocking them back and forth. You can even play around with reaching one arm forward, finding length through the side body, and then perhaps checking it out on the other side as well. Break free from that zombie form and have some fun. I now invite you to explore stillness. Extend through your right leg, reaching the sole of your foot towards the back of your room. Your right heel is roughly in line with your right hip. And then bend at that right knee so that way the sole of your foot is reaching towards the sky. Breathe in. Breathe out to hug your right knee in towards your chest, round through your spine, nose towards your knee, feeling that contraction in the abdominal wall, and then step your right foot between your hands. Stay light on your fingertips as you reach your chest forward. Find length through the back of your neck. You can deepen the stretch by walking your left knee back in space. Breathe into the areas where you feel the stretch taking place, perhaps in your quad, the front of your hip, and also in your chest. All right, bring your right hand over to the left side of your mat so that way your thumbs are close to one another. Plant your palms on your mat as you begin to shimmy your right foot towards the right long edge of your mat. Turn your toes out slightly. Your knee should be roughly in line with your ankle. So there's an option to stay here, or you can roll onto the outer edge of your right foot and then gently place your right hand on top of your right thigh. Your left fingertips or your palm can remain resting on the earth as you open your chest towards the right side. Breathe deeply here. To come out of the posture, place the sole of your right foot back on your mat. Place your right hand on the right side of your mat as you begin to walk your right foot back towards the middle of your mat. So we are returning to our low lunge. Breathe in here, and then breathe out. Now swing your left toes to the right side. Your left heel is roughly in line with your left knee. Connect to your center as you lift your hands away from the earth. Send your right arm forward and then your left arm back and behind. Turn to look past your right fingertips. Draw your pinkies back in space to really open up through your chest. Check in with your alignment here. Head, heart, and pelvis all in one line. Notice where you feel the stretch taking place in this Warrior Two variation. Release your right forearm to the top of your right thigh. Breathe in to reach your left hand to the sky, and then breathe out to reach towards the top edge of your mat. Enjoy the side body stretch as you breathe in and out. Take a breath in here, and then as you breathe out, lower your hands back to the earth. Swing your left toes back to its starting point, so that way you are returning to that low lunge. Breathe in. Breathe out to send your hips back towards your heels for a hamstring stretch. Keep your right heel resting on the mat while the rest of your foot lifts away from the earth. Point your toes towards your face to help deepen the stretch. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now roll on through so that way your whole foot is on the earth once again, making your way back to your lunge before stepping your right foot back, finding your tabletop position with your right knee underneath your hip. Now slowly walk your knees back in space, keeping your knees stacked so that way they are underneath your hip points. Begin to reach your tailbone towards the sky as you explore a puppy belly. Your hands reach forward towards the top of your mat. If it feels better in your body, you can keep your forearms lifted away from the mat as you release your forehead to the earth. Or you can release both forearms and forehead to the earth. If your shoulders are feeling a little bit tight here, you can play around with widening the gap between your arms. We will be here for 3 breath cycles. All right, connect to your center by hugging your belly button in towards your spine, and then slowly rise on up, making your way to a tabletop position. Now walk your hands forward slightly and then towards the long edges of your mat. Your index fingers point towards the top edge of your mat. Press fingertips and knuckles into the earth like you are clawing through dirt. Tuck your toes under as you take a deep breath in. And then as you breathe out, peel your tailbone towards the sky to find your downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet as you stretch out through your feet and the backs of the legs. Let's get the blood flowing in the opposite direction as we stretch, build strength, and breathe. All right, let's find stillness as we take a deep breath in through the nose. And now breathe out through your mouth. This time, maybe you explore a lion's breath. So when you breathe out through your mouth, you stick your tongue out and then look towards your third eye or up towards your eyebrows if that feels better. The breath out will be audible. So breathe in. Breathe out lion's breath. I don't know if it's just me, but that kind of sounded like a zombie. So let's do that one more time. Don't be shy. Breathe in. Breathe out lion's breath. Drop your left heel towards your mat. As you breathe in, begin to lift and slide your right foot up an imaginary wall, 3-legged dog. Press into both palms as it may be tempting to dump a little bit more weight into one side. On your breath out, hug your right knee in towards your chest, shift forward, nose towards your knee. Breathe in to send your right foot high into the sky. Breathe out to shift forward, bring your right knee closer towards your right tricep. Breathe in, three-legged dog. And then breathe out to bring your right knee towards your left tricep, shifting forward. Breathe in to kick your right foot back up again. And then breathe on out to lower your right foot to the earth. Now step your right foot behind your right hand, and then step your left foot behind your left hand. We meet in a forward fold with the feet hip distance apart. I invite you to find a generous bend in both knees. Release your right fingertips near the center of your mat, and then place your left fingertips on your right wrist. As you breathe in, allow your left fingertips to trace your right arm, and then trace across your chest as you reach your left hand towards the sky. Really bend into the right knee, and then maybe play around with straightening through your left leg. If it's available, you can look up towards your left hand. Another option is to lower your left hand to the halfway point. And also, if you have a yoga block nearby, you can place that item underneath your right hand. Breathe in. Breathe out to lower your left hand to the earth. Your left hand replaces your right hand. Your right fingertips rest on your left wrist. Breathe in to find your spinal twist, exploring an option with your hands that feel good. Bend into your left knee, and then perhaps play around with straightening through your right leg. Wonderful. Lower your right hand to the earth. Breathe in to slide your hands to your shins. Reach your booty back, and your crown reaches forward as you explore a halfway lift. Take a loving breath in, and then breathe out to fold forward. Plant your palms on your mat, and then step it back to a high plank. Breathe in. Breathe out to lower your knees to the earth, coming to all fours once again. Now extend through your left leg. The sole of your foot reaches back, and your heel is roughly in line with your hip. Now bend at your left knee. Breathe in. Breathe out to hug your left knee in towards your chest as you round through your spine, bowing your head. Breathe in here, and then breathe out to step your left foot through. We explore a low lunge on this side. Walk your right knee back in space if you are craving a deeper stretch. Your front knee is stacked over top of your ankle. Breathe in as you loop your shoulders and look forward, and then breathe on out to relax your shoulders away from your ears. Bring your left hand to the right side of your mat, plant your palms, and then slowly walk your left foot towards the left edge of your mat. Turn your toes out slightly with your heel pointing in. So there's an option to stay here, or you can explore a deeper opening in the hip by rolling onto the outer edge of your left foot. And now, gently place your left hand on your left thigh. Keep your right palm on the earth, or you can come up onto your fingertips. Loop your shoulders to create some space, and breathe here. Place the sole of your left foot on the earth. Frame your left foot as you begin to walk your left foot towards the center of your mat. Now swing your right toes to the left side. Breathe in here, and then breathe out to connect to your center as you lift your hands away from the earth, coming to your Warrior Two variation. Your left arm is forward, right arm behind. Turn to look past your left fingertips. Your front knee remains stacked over top of your left ankle. Press into the top of your right foot for stability. Take a breath in here, and then as you breathe out, lower your left forearm to the left thigh as you reach your right hand upwards and then towards the top edge of your mat. Can you feel the spaciousness being created here as you breathe in and out? Lovely. Lower your hands back down to the earth to frame your front foot, and then swing your right foot back, returning to your low lunge. Breathe in here, and then breathe on out to send your hips back and towards that back heel. Breathe into your left hamstring as you flex through your foot. Breathe in. Breathe out to roll it on through. And now step your left foot back to find your tabletop position. Tuck your toes under. Walk your hands towards the long edges of your mat. Breathe in. Breathe out to send your tailbone towards the sky, downward facing dog. Yogi's choice here, so you can pedal out your feet or you can explore stillness. Whatever you decide upon, I invite you to bring that breath. Breathe some love and life into you. All right, find stillness if you are not already still, and breathe on in. Breathe out, lion's breath. Release your right heel closer towards your mat. As you breathe in, slide your left foot up an imaginary wall to find your three-legged dog. As you breathe out, bend at your left knee. As you hug your left knee in towards your center and shift forward. Breathe in to find your three-legged dog, and then breathe on out to bring your left knee towards your left tricep. Breathe in, left foot high into the sky. Breathe on out to cross it over, left knee to right elbow. Breathe in, three-legged dog, and then breathe out to lower your left foot to the earth. Look towards the top of your mat, bend at your knees, connect to your center, and then hop your feet towards your hands, or you can take steps to the top of your mat. We meet in a forward fold. As you breathe in, slide your hands up your shins and then to your thighs. Hug your elbows in towards your side body. Reach the crown of your head towards the top of your mat as you explore a flat back position. Breathe in. Breathe on out to fold forward. Plant your palms on your mat and then step it back to a high plank. Take a breath in and then breathe on out to slowly lower your knees to the earth. Swing your legs off to one side and then make your way to a seat on your mat. Once you are there, I invite you to make your way to a wall. And now, rest your left hip against the wall. If you do have a blanket or a pillow nearby, please keep it close to you as you may wish to use it for your low back or for your head and neck. Now place the soles of your feet on the earth as well as your hands. Begin to slowly turn your body to face towards the wall as you place the soles of your feet on the wall to start. Lower down onto your forearms and then release your back body to the ground. You can place a folded blanket or a pillow under your head and neck, or you can press the soles of your feet onto the wall to help you lift your low back away from the earth, to slide a folded blanket or the pillow under your low back where your low back will rest. Whenever you feel ready, begin to slowly walk your feet up the wall. Flex through your feet, so that way we are staying active in the feet. Send your arms from left to right, or you can allow your hands to rest on your belly or rib cage, your choice. I invite you to close your eyes and perhaps begin to notice how you feel. Or maybe just tune in to the sound of your breath. This practice is all about giving energy back to our mind and body, so that way we no longer feel like zombies on autopilot, just going through the motions without being fully present. So it is my hope that you are feeling a difference by now in relation to your energy level. If not, it's all good. Just keep your breath flowing, as a breath is such a powerful tool. Lovely. Begin to slide your feet down the wall, bending at your knees. Keep the soles of your feet resting against the wall, but widen the gap between your feet so that way your feet are wider than hip distance apart. Allow your hands to rest wherever it feels best for you. So somewhere on your body, the ground, on your knees, and just breathe, breathe, breathe here. All right, hug your knees in towards your chest, and then melt your knees over to one side, and then press up to a seat on your mat. Take your time. Take a moment to notice how you feel, perhaps taking note of your energy level here. I invite you to return to your mat just in case you're not there already, and come to a seated position. Send your legs out long and then dig your heels down into the earth. Now send your arms out in front and then turn your fingers to point towards the earth. Loop your shoulders and spread through your fingers. So we are taking zombie arms here. I invite you to do your best thriller moves. All right. So we are going to stay with these thriller arms for as long as we can as we slowly transition down onto our backs. This requires a really strong connection to your core muscles. So dig your heels into the ground as you slowly begin to lower onto your back body. And now reach your hands back for a full body stretch. Spread through your fingers as well as your toes. Rotate through your wrists and your ankles. Take any movement here that would feel really awesome in your body today. All right, we are going to end today's practice in corpse pose. So I figured that would be really fitting, a really great way to end our Yoga for Zombies practice. So place your arms at your sides with your palms facing upwards. Take up space with your legs and allow your feet to grow heavy and relax. Now snuggle your shoulder blades underneath your heart space as you lift your heart. Tuck in your chin slightly. Let's take 3 nourishing breath cycles here as we close our practice. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out through your nose or your mouth. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bring your palms together and then place your thumbs on your third eye, the point between your eyebrows. Let's take one final breath in here together. And now breathe out through your mouth. Let it go. Thank you so very much for joining me here today. If you're practicing with me in real time, have a safe, happy, and spooky Halloween. Bye for now.